Magandang gabi po. 11:27 p.m. Just before midnight, meron tayong iba-vlog. Ang pag-usapan po natin sa ngayon ay ano ba ang plano o pakay nito na bakit na biglang nag-anunsyo si DOJ Secretary Bonjing Rumulya na tutulong ang Pilipinas sa lahat ng testigo sa ICC laban kay Digong Duterte. Tulong kasama sa pagpamasahe, pagtitira doon, tulong para sa proteksyon. Ginagawaan lang yan. Ibig po sabihin, ano bang ibig sabihin yan? May epekto ba yan sa pinaglalaban ni Digong laban sa kasong sinampa laban sa kanya? Yan po ay ginawa na nila ngayon kasi bakit? Unang dahilan na si sense ng gobyerno ni BBM na mukhang matatalo ang mga biktima war on drugs sa kasong ito at mababasura. So para ma-save nila yung kaso at ang jurisdiction or authority ng impeachment court, ng ICC court o ng ICC para kay Digong na case, ay nagpakita sila na kunwari disimuladong suporta para sa parang kooperasyon na pinapakita nila. At isa lang po ang ibig sabihin dito, nahiya lang si BBM. Magsasabi na magsusumiti siya ng re-entry sa ICC para ibalik ang Pilipinas sa kamay ng ICC. Ang problema, hindi nila kayang gawin na si BBM lamang ang magsasabi. Bakit? Kasi batas po yan sa konstitusyon ng Pilipinas. Kapag sumali ka sa isang treaty, kagaya nitong Rome Statute, ay kailangan aaprubahan yan ng 16 na senador. Kaya ba ang 16? Mas majority kasi ngayon ang maka-Duterte o pabor o may sentimiento o may simpatiya sa grupong Duterte sapagkat po ang tinitingnan ng mga karamihang politiko ay political capital. Wala silang ibang nakikita na makakatulong sa kanila para sa pagtakbo kung ano man ang pwesto para sa 2028 na election. At naipakita din naman ni Sara Duterte ang kanyang power sa pag-endorso na yung talunan na kandidato na si Camille Villar at saka si Amy Marcos ay naipanalo ni Sara Duterte. Yan po ang kwento sa likod nito na bagong twist dito sa ginagawa ng gobyerno ni BBM. Talagang determinado siya na walain sa landas ng 2028 election ang mga Duterte. Kasi pag natanggal si Sara, ay hindi na mananalo si Sara at kaya na nilang ipanalo. Kaya nang ipapanalo ni Romualdez na magiging presidente. Yan po ang maitim na balak nitong mga ginagawa nila ngayon ni Rimulya na nag-aalok na tutulong ang bansang Pilipinas, ang pamahalaan ng Pilipinas sa pagbibigay ng pamasahe, pagbibigay ng proteksyon sa buhay at seguridad ng mga testigo sa war on drugs na sinasampa ngayon doon sa ICC. So, ganun, masyadong desperado na po itong si BBM. Ang tinitingnan niya, ang political survival niya, ng kakampi niya para sa 2028. Yan po, ang sumatotal nito ay politika lamang. Akalain mo, kunwari, hindi alam ng mga grupo nila ni Atty. Conti, grupo nila ni Atty. Gabriel Andres, at saka grupo nila Atty. Joel Butuyan, nakipagkutsaba na po si BBM sa mga grupong yan na mga, kung tawagin ng mga iba, ay mga biktima tsaka makakaliwa. Kasi makakaliwa lamang ang masyadong madiin para litisin si Digong sa ICC. So, iyan na po ang ebidensya na nagsanib pwersa na ang pwersa ng kadiliman at pwersa ng kaliwa. Yan na po. Yan ang kikita nila. Ibig sabihin, may legal theory sila na kung tutulong ang Pilipinas sa pagbibigay ng proteksyon at pamasahe at bahay na matitirhan sa diheg ng mga testigo laban kay Duterte, ay iniisip nila na aprobahan ng International Criminal Court ang jurisdiction ng ICC para sa kaso ni Duterte, at eventually ang tinatarget nila ay si Bato, si Bongo at si Sara Duterte. So eventually kung mangyari man yan, wala nang hahadlang pa sa grupo ni BBM para manaig naman ulit sa 2028 election. Election lang ang pinagsimulan ng mga ito. Ngayon, na-sense na nila ang napakalakas po kasi ng argumento. The argument that the ICC has no more authority to try any person from the Philippines on the alleged incidents of crimes against humanity that occurred from November 1, 2011 up to March 16, 2019 is gone. It is because of the fact that it did not comply with the requirements of the most substantive article in Rome Statute, which is Article 12, Paragraph 2. Article 12, Paragraph 2 says that the ICC pre-trial chamber or even the entire ICC cannot exercise, cannot start the trial, cannot anymore file a case against any person in the Philippines insofar as the incidents of crimes against humanity starting November 1, 2011 up to March 16, 2019 because of the fact that the Philippines withdrawal from the ICC became final on March 17, 2019. When did Fatou Bensouda, then the chief prosecutor of the ICC, apply for authorization to investigate in the situation in the Philippines? It was only on March 24, 2021. And we were no longer member for more than 2 years. And the ICC, on the other hand, the pretrial chamber approved the authorization based on its theory that there was no opposition against the application for authority. The Philippine government was not invited to oppose or to agree. That's the problem with it. Nevertheless, the reasoning that was given by the two judges, Judge Ganso and Judge Lira, was that if only for them to determine finally whether there would be authority or jurisdiction by the ICC over the Philippines would be to gather first all the facts. That's why they were given that authority to investigate. And after all, it is reserved in Article 39 that the accused can always challenge the admissibility and the jurisdiction of the ICC over the case. Now, it is the turn of Digong Duterte to challenge, and that's why he challenged the authority. And according to him, the argument is simple. Under Article 12, Paragraph 2 of the Rome Statute, the ICC pretrial chamber composed of 3 judges, can only give authority to investigate if the state wherein those crimes are subjects of the application for authority are still member of the Rome Statute or International Criminal Court. And at that time, it was May 24, 2021. More than 2 years that we were no longer a member. And then on September 15, 2021, the ICC gave that authority. But now it is being challenged. The argument is so powerful to say that the ICC has no more authority to try any case when insofar as those crimes that occurred from November 1, 2011 up to March 16, 2019. Because of that, gusto nang isalba ng DOJ, ni BBM, na makaganti siya ngayon. Here is now the golden opportunity for them to pin down completely, to erase completely, to obliterate completely the Dutertes from the political map of the Philippines. Ito na yun. Ito na yun. So kung manaig sila, well, that's it. So we could only rely on the reign of reason and the reign of rule of law. Yun lamang po ang makikita. Yung rule of law na Article 12, Paragraph 2 will still reign supreme. Because the issue is at the time of the giving of the investigation authority, the question is, did you still have that authority to give? Considering that Philippines was no longer a member of the ICC or the Rome Statute on September 15, 2021? Yan na po ang tanong dyan. So yan po ang ginawa na ngayon. Nag-alok sila na, sige, proteksyon na namin mga testigo. What golly is that? So dito nyo makita yung katraidoran ni BBM. He speaks otherwise, does otherwise. Ganun po siya. Well, this is only my opinion, but my opinion cannot go far from the truth. Ganun po yan. So, magdasal na mga DDS ngayon. Ito na nagtulong-tulong ng pwersa ng kadiliman. Laban sa pwersa ng, tawag na kay Duterte, pwersa ng kasamaan. O di kaya pwersa ng kadiliman si Duterte, pwersa ng kasamaan si BBM. But then, one thing I noticed, marami po sa mga dating kumakampi na kay BBM, mga vloggers palalo. I could only speculate, but that speculation is only as good as mine. Bahala na kayo mag-isip kung bakit. So okay, yan lamang po ang aking sasabihin dito. So, kaya kayo mga DDS, magdasal na kayo. Camilo Dagono, pur sablay. Hari na sablay kasi. Hindi talaga maniniwala sa akin. Pero thank you at naniniwala na nakikinig ka. Jurem, naimbang Narabim, Kapsat, Sir Dr. Toto, Solid Duterte from Ilocos Norte. Sunrise, God bless Katoto. Wendy Shabinia Talibenyo. Katoto, sino pala ang dapat ang tutulong sa mga biktima? May sariling pundo po ang ICC. Bakit makialam pa to may sariling pundo po ang ICC. Ang ICC magbibigay ng pundo dyan. At saka ICC din magbibigay ng seguridad dyan. Si Ginaline Isaac, hindi siya man ikaw daw. So, Jacques Demole, what about Article 1 to 7? Okay, I'll explain to you. What is Article 1 to 7? Paragraph 2, this is it. Article 1 to 7 of the Rome Statute says that any member nation can separate from ICC or Rome Statute at any time that they want, as long as these conditions are fulfilled. Number 1, the condition that it must occur, the finality of it, 1 year after the filing of the notice of withdrawal. In the case of the Philippines, they filed the withdrawal before the Secretary General of the United Nations on March 17, 2018. And it became final then on March 16, 2019, the last day. And then the beginning day of the withdrawal was March 17, 2019. Next, next condition, that the Philippines or any state withdrawing therefrom must pay all the financial obligations in the form of contributions for the salaries of the employees of the International Criminal Court. Number 3, condition, that all obligations or cooperations that were done during the membership period up to the final day shall continue to be fulfilled by the withdrawing state even after the withdrawal became final, as long as the obligations for cooperation was done before the final day of the withdrawal became final. Next, for any matter under consideration by the court. Matter consideration by the court. So, now, on behalf, in the mind of the prosecutor, in the mind of Attorney Conte, in the mind of Attorney Joel Butuyan, in the mind of Attorney Gabriel Andres, they consider the declaration by unilateral declaration by the office of the prosecutor, Chief Fatou Bin Sauda, on February 8, 2018, that they were starting the examination of the situation of the Philippines. What did they do during the examination? They were only examining the internet, scouring the internet, scouring the Human Rights Watch, scouring the Amnesty International for all the details that they could download, and scouring the YouTube and even other else areas of the internet for them to download all kinds of videos that they can know about Duterte. Those are the things that they did. The question, did they ask the Philippine government during that examination period for help? The answer is they did not. Of course, it was obvious that they did not do so because Duterte was still the president until 2022. So many to say, until such a time that the membership of the Philippines was lost on March 17, 2019, no cooperation was ever made between the ICC, Prosecutor's Office, and the Philippine government. Therefore, if you talk about the condition that if ever there was such cooperation that was done before the finality of the withdrawal, then that cooperation shall survive. But the problem is there was no cooperation that was done between the ICC insofar as the investigation or the examination is done. The only other things that were taken or gotten by the ICC examination prosecutors were the affidavits given by Matubato, given by Arturo Las Cañas. Those are only the things. These affidavits can never constitute as a cooperation, official cooperation from the government, but it was only an act of a private person or private persons in the name of Matubato and Las Cañas. Therefore, there was no cooperation to talk about insofar as the third condition of Article 127 of the Rome Statute. Now, let's go to number 4. Was there any matter under consideration by the court prior to the finality of the withdrawal? There was none. There was none. You cannot consider the examination announced by the Office of the Prosecutor as an act of the court. If we talk about the court, it refers to the three courts of the ICC. One, pre-trial chamber courts, judges. Two, trial judges. Three, appeals judges. The act of the prosecutor can never be considered as binding on the court. It is because there are four organs in the organization of the ICC. The four organs are the Office of the President of the ICC, the Office of the Courts, which composed of three courts, the pre-trial court, the trial court, and then the appeals court. And then number three, the Office of the Prosecutor. And number four, the Office of the Register. The Office of the Register serves as the clerk of court in the court settings in the Philippines. These four are independent of each other, which means one is independent of the other and one cannot be bound by the act of another. Hence, concluding from such, the act or the prosecutor cannot bind the court by its own unilateral action of declaring an examination to be started on February 8, 2018. And with that, there is nothing that you can get as a right for the ICC to acquire jurisdiction or authority to try and decide the case of Duterte. Clear? Clear? Siguro very clear na yan. That's why because of that strong argument, this is now the showing of the disparate act of BBM administration. They want to pin down all the Dutertes. They want to nip in the bud the plan of Sara Duterte to run for president. That's it. There is no other thing that you can conclude from it. Okay? Hanggang dyan lang po. At maraming salamat at magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat, mga kaibigan ko. Whether you agree with me or not, it's immaterial. Basta, if you could listen to me, just listen to me. If you do not agree with me, so be it. But if you will agree with me, then you have savored the depth of my arguments. That's it. Thank you, thank you. I'm thanking all of you for listening to me, even if you are from which side, anti or for Duterte. So si Camilo Daguno, puro sablay daw ako, jury may mag-review Sunrise. God bless ka, Toto. Wendy Shabina, nabasa ko na kanina. Tapos si Jacques Dimulay, there you go again. Oh, number, Jacques Dimulay, nagtanong, nasagot ko na yun, no? Lucia Burata, sobra na kabangagan itong ginagawa ni BBM. Eulalio Orlasan, pag si Sara na pod ang mudaog pagka-presidente, Adol Toto, hilak na pod ni si BBM, ay dagan na pod ni siya padung sa Hawaii. So, Jacques Dimulay, doon ka sa Plaza Miranda magpaliwanag. Naasar ka na sa akin, Jacques Dimulay. Anyway, what is important is, pasalamat ako sa nakinig kayo. Lahat mga naasar sa akin, pasalamat ba ako nakinig kayo sa akin. Na bro, Spike, Solid North Luzon, Solid BBM Region 1, Pangasinan. Hindi naman, maraming Ilocano na pro Duterte ko naman, no? Bro Spike, hindi lahat po na Ilocano ay pro BBM. Leonela Rimonde, sa salita lang nila na makapangirihan si Digong, kaya gusto nilang mabura ang apelidong Duterte sa politika. Ay, let us see what happens. We are all Filipinos here. We are all spectators here. Channel Baon, ang sa akin lang naman, magdasal na lang tayo. Whatever is the best to be given to us by God, then let us accept it. The good is always win, and that's the Dutertes. Si Irene. Oy, kumusta man Irene? Pasensya ka na, hindi kita maasikaso ha. Valerie Serna. Nelson Gatusang. Good evening. Vicente Ferrer. what's wrong with the Philippines rejoining the ICC? Wala naman, Russo. Wala namang wrong. Nasa kanya lang. Sinasabi ko lang na yun na nga po ang ginagawa ni BBM. True Davis, you are really true attorney causing that the Marcoses, Araneta, and Romualdezes are evils. We love the Dutertes. Hindi naman except Aimee Marcos. I love Aimee. Gregorio Babaran, magaling talaga si Pinoy. Kundi dahil sa kanya, wala nang katarungan maasahan na biktima ng AGKS. Meron ba? Sa tingin ko, mas malamang wala po. Kasi dapat dito na kasuhan si Duterte sa Pilipinas. Dito na siya itatrial like Kibuloy. Jacques de Muli, hindi na part na of the court ang office of the prosecutor. Yes, hindi po part ng court. Ano lang sila, they cannot, by their own action only, you can never say that they are the court. But if there is that action by the court on whatever filings by the OCP or Office of the Prosecutor, OTP, ay magiging court yan. Pero kung with OTP alone, it's not an action of the court. Rolando Hoxon, Sir Toto, correct to the bones ka talaga. Revgov, need natin isang matinong military general, may pagmamahal sa bayang Pilipinas. Vicente Ferrer, are you not in favor of enhancing justice against international violence? Remember, you are also regent of justice. I am also in favor of justice, Vicente, but the problem is I am not in favor of the making Philippines as like monkeys in the eyes of the world. Because that means that we do not know how to dispense justice in our home. Dapat tayo mismo mag-trial sa ating akusado. Okay? That explains the reason kung bakit hindi sumasali ang Amerika sa ICC. That also explains the reason kung bakit hindi sumasali ang Russia, hindi sumasali ang China, hindi sumasali ang, I do believe, yung Canada hindi sumasali. Kung bakit hindi sila sumasali? Meaning to say, insulto kasi sa kanila na ibang tao pa ang papatakbo ng justice system nila. Ganun lang po yung kasimple. So, Rodi Rabi, Merines Celia, check your Gmail, sa Gmail pala. O sige po. Salamat po, Ma'am Merines. Okay, Rodi Rabi, James Reyes, agree ako sa Dr. Toto. Galing mo, salamat po. Marwin Canyeta, akala ko wala ng live attorney, naka-live lang kanina. Oo, kasi nakita ko bago lang itong balitang ito na magtutulong siya. Kaya hinabol ko lang. Si Lina Sherwin, nakakalungkot at Duterte pa rin ang tinatrabaho ng sindikatong admin ni PBBM kahit may giyera na dapat. Rudy Rabi, God bless everyone. Gregorio Babaran, ang biktima ng EJK's pagkakitaan ng kanilang karapatan. Ngayon, ang berdugo nagtatamasa ng karapatang pinagkaitan nila sa mga biktima. Nasaan ang patas na hustisya? Ang patas na hustisya dito lang yan sa Pilipinas, Gregorio Babaran. Dapat tayo ang maglilitis kay Digong dito, hindi yung ICC. So Vicente Ferrer, what happened to your sense of human justice? There is that sense of human justice, but the human justice that we should have, it should be given as a right of the country of the Philippines to be the one that should dispense justice, not other persons. Rudy Rabi, we love Duterte. Conchita si, natatawa ako sir sa banat mo sa mga attorney ayuda. Ang mga attorney ayuda kasi mga yun Rudy Rabi, lalabas din si Digong sure yan. Ron Wild, Thank you for Ron Wild sa iyong binigay na malaking tulong. Vicente Ferrer, I know you're only voicing your opinion and nobody could be wrong in his opinion. Salamat po, Vicente Ferrer. Muy bien. Gracias, Vicente, Sir Vicente, Senior Vicente. Conchita si, sarap makinig sa iyo, tumpak lahat. Salamat po. Rodi Rabi, Conchita si, dapat ikulong anak ni Remulla, huling-huli. Vicente Ferrer, kung gusto ni Duterte, bigyan niya rin pamasahe. Malupit naman yan. Pagbigay pa pamasahe, tapos titisdigo laban sa iyo. Wow, oh my God. Rolando Hoxon, Sir Toto, sana mabalik na license mo as attorney of law para ma-practice mo ulit. Alam mo, sa totoo lang, to tell you honestly, wala na akong kinikita sa ngayon. Ang kinikita ko lang sa ngayon is tumutulong, gumagawa ng mga para sa ibang abogado, at kung bibigyan nila ako, okay. Kung marami, okay. Kung konti, okay. Gano'n lang simple, that's life. Tapos in addition, may konting kikitain din sa vlogging, pero yun lang. Tapos I devote my time, most of the time sa vlogging para ang akin pong passion ay makapag-impart ako ng knowledge ng law, ng normal law na mga ginagamit sa pang-araw-araw para ang lahat po. My objective is for each citizen to know the law. If they know the law, then they know their rights. It's different if you know your right. You can argue. And the police will not pick up on you if you say to the police, "Sir, I know my right." Selena, Cherwin, DRI, Dri, Sir Toto, para mabalik. Oh, sige, salamat po. Hanggang dyan lang po, Sir Vicente Ferrer, Senyor, gracias. Buenas noches o buenas tardes or buenos dias, kung saan man ka sa parte ng mundo. Tapos maayong aga, maayong hapon, maayong gabi kung sa diin man ka sa parte sa kalibutan. Maayong gabi, maayong buntag, maayong udto kung asa man ka karon sa diri sa kalibutan. Maadyong buntag sa mga kamag-anak namin dyan sa Bohol. At masantos siya labi sa mga kamag-anak ko dyan sa Pangasinan. Mga pamilya Sintino dyan. Nandyan sa, normally, nandyan sa Bayambang sila lagi. Okay? So, magandang gabi, no? Sino pa? Marayaw Dum. Marayaw nga Duyum. Okay. At mapya magabi. Langon sa inyo, mga pagari, mga pakat. Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi talahu wabarakatuh sa mga pagari, pakat ng mga Muslim. Sa mga Christian, mga God bless you all. Have a blessed day. Salamat po.